Short Story 93. The Mysterious Music. Scene: a small village nestled in the rolling hills of the English countryside. Characters: Emma, a curious young girl with a love for adventure. Mr. Bumble, an elderly gentleman with a twinkle in his eye and a fondness for stories. Pip, Emma's playful black cat. Story: the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery orange and pink. Emma skipped along the dusty path, the air filled with the chirping of crickets and the croaking of frogs. Pip, her sleek black cat, darted ahead, chasing shadows in the golden light. They were on their way to Mr. Bumble's cottage, perched on the edge of the village. Mr. Bumble, with his kind eyes and bushy white beard, was more than just a neighbour to Emma. He was a friend, a teacher, and a weaver of magical stories. Today, however, Emma had a mystery of her own. As darkness fell a few nights ago, she had heard the most beautiful music coming from the heart of the Whispering Woods, the dense forest behind their village. It wasn't birdsong, nor any instrument she knew. It was like the wind itself was singing, playing melodies that made her heart dance. Reaching Mr. Bumble's cosy cottage, Emma burst through the door, Pip trailing behind. "Mr. Bumble! Mr. Bumble!" she cried, her eyes wide with excitement. Mr. Bumble, reading a thick book by the fireplace, chuckled. "Hello, Emma. What brings you here on this fine evening?" Emma, barely able to contain herself, blurted out the story of the mysterious music. "It was the most wonderful sound, Mr. Bumble. I've never heard anything like it." Mr. Bumble's eyes twinkled. "Ah, the music of the Whispering Woods," he said, stroking his beard. "A melody only heard by those with curious hearts and adventurous spirits." Emma's smile grew wider. "Do you know what it is, Mr. Bumble, and where does it come from?" "The music," Mr. Bumble explained, "is said to belong to the fairies that live deep within the woods. They play it on moonlit nights, luring those who seek wonder and beauty." Emma's breath hitched. "Fairies in the Whispering Woods! The idea! Both magical and a little bit scary," sent shivers down her spine. "But are they friendly, Mr. Bumble?" she asked, her voice small. Mr. Bumble smiled. "The fairies of the Whispering Woods are as kind as the morning dew and as playful as the spring breeze. But remember, Emma, they are creatures of magic and moonlit. Respect their home and their music, and they may just welcome you into their world." Emma's heart pounded with excitement. The chance to meet fairies, to find the source of the beautiful music, was too tempting to resist. "Can I go, Mr. Bumble?" she pleaded. "Will you come with me?" Mr. Bumble chuckled. "I'm too old for moonlit adventures, Emma, but your Pip," he winked at the cat, "might be just the companion you need." With a mischievous glint in his eyes, Mr. Bumble handed Emma a small lantern. "This will light your way," he said, "and remember, Emma, the music will guide you." That night, under the velvet cloak of the sky, Emma, with Pip at her side, stepped into the Whispering Woods. The air was cool and damp, the silence broken only by the rustle of leaves and the occasional hoot of an owl. Fear tugged at her heart, but the promise of the music kept her going. As the moon climbed high, bathing the forest floor in silver light, Emma heard it again. The music, soft and sweet, drifted through the trees, beckoning her deeper. Pip, his black fur almost invisible in the shadows, padded ahead, leading the way. Guided by the melody, Emma emerged into a hidden clearing. In the centre, bathed in moonlight, stood a circle of tiny creatures, their wings shimmering like dewdrops. The fairies! They sang and danced, their voices lilting like the sweetest bells. Pip, mesmerized, sat at their feet, purring softly. Emma, speechless, watched in awe. One of the fairies, no bigger than her thumb, with wings the colour of forget-me-nots, noticed Emma. Her eyes, like tiny sapphires, held no fear, only curiosity. "Welcome, little one," she said, her voice like a tinkling of a stream. Emma swallowed, her heart still pounding. "Thank you," she whispered. "The music, it brought me here." The fairy smiled, her wings sparkling. "You have a kind heart, little one, and curious ears. We fairies share our music with those who listen for the beauty in the world." Emma felt a warmth spread through her. No longer afraid, she sat on the edge of the clearing, Pip nuzzling against her leg. The fairies danced and sang around her, their voices washing over her like a magical tide. One by one the fairies shared stories of the forest, tales of playful sprites and wise old trees, of mischievous brownies and dancing fireflies. Emma listened, her imagination taking flight. The forest, once dark and frightening, came alive with secrets and wonders. When the moon reached its zenith, the music slowly faded. The fairies, with a final twinkling of wings, disappeared into the moonlight. Pip, drowsy from the magic, curled up on Emma's lap. Sitting in the quiet clearing, the stars peeping through the leaves, Emma knew she wouldn't forget this night. She had walked into the whispering woods searching for music, but she had found something far more precious, a connection to nature, a spark of magic in her heart. Rising with a newfound confidence, Emma followed the path back home, Pip at her side. The whispering woods didn't seem so scary anymore. It was a place of secrets, yes, but also of wonder and beauty, and she held its melody close, a reminder that even in the darkest woods, there's always music waiting to be found. Back in her room, tucked under her warm blanket, Emma replayed the night in her mind. She knew Mr. Bumble wouldn't believe her. After all, the fairies were creatures of moonlight and whispers. But that didn't matter. The magic, the music, it was real, alive within her. And so every night, when the moon hung heavy in the sky, Emma would step into the whispering woods, guided by the promise of music and the whispers of her own curious heart. The fairies, it seemed, had found a new listener, and Emma, a new friend in the realm of moonlight and magic. Vocabulary notes. Nouns. Whispering woods, a dense forest known for its mysterious sounds. Moonlit nights, nights with a bright full moon. Melody, a pleasant tuneful sequence of notes. Creatures of magic, beings with special powers. Lanterns, portable light sources often using candles. Clearing, a small open space in a forest. Shimmering wings, wings that shine or sparkle. Sapphires, blue gemstones resembling the fairies' eyes. Sprites, small mischievous creatures from folklore. Brownies, playful, helpful creatures from folklore. Zenith, the highest point in the sky where the moon reaches its peak. Wonder, feeling of amazement and excitement. Realm, a kingdom or area with specific characteristics. Verbs. Beckon, to attract or invite someone to come closer. Enchanted, filled with magic. Meandered, walked slowly and without a particular direction. Drifted, moved gently in the air. Mesmerized, completely captured someone's attention. Twinkled, shone brightly, often intermittently. Bathed, completely covered in something. Tinkling, making a light, high-pitched sound. Shared, told or passed something on to someone. Faded, became gradually quieter or weaker. Curled up, settled snugly into a tight position. Tucked under, placed snugly and safely under something. Replayed, remembered and imagined something again. Hung heavy, was large and high in the sky. Adjectives. What velvet cloak, a thick, dark covering like the night sky. Shivering spine, a feeling of fear or excitement. Silvery light, soft shining light like the moon. Delicate creatures, small and fragile beings. Sapphire eyes, bright blue eyes like the gemstone. Mischievous brownies, playful creatures that sometimes cause trouble. Wondrous night, a night full of amazing things. Warm blanket, a comfortable covering that gives warmth. Promising music, music that makes someone want to hear more. Adverbs, barely, able to do something with difficulty. Mesmerizedly, in a way that shows complete attention. Magically, using or involving magic. Quietly, with little or no sound. Drunkenly, in a way that suggests being under the influence of alcohol. Tucked snugly, settled in a comfortable and hidden way. Vividly, clearly and in detail. Other. Pip, Emma's black cat. Mr. Bumble, an elderly neighbour and friend of Emma. Moonlight, light from the moon. Fear tugged at her heart. She felt a little bit scared. Spark of magic, a small amount of magic. Secrets and wonders, mysterious and extraordinary things. Held the melody close, remembered and cherished the music. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by Copilot AI. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you click on the like icon and take the time to leave a comment. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.